here. You do the sign going up towards the top, so they're going to go with Silas for Forge here in the mid lane. And this isn't the worst pick. You do get a nice easy lane against the Galio.
The Dragon to be taken quite easily here by Vici. There's no Herald available for now. That's a one versus. Now, we are 10 minutes in, so I don't expect that to continue because Hung's been caught out. He has to flash away over the wall. The Shield of Duran catches him on the exit path as well. The Death Sentence delays time, but the collateral damage gives V5 first.
They want to rotate. Yubu stuck down in that bottom lane, doesn't rotate in time. Now, you're always a little bit scared of, obviously, Vici going for some sort of dive play, but at least having the Ornn here to use the collar across the board here for Vici. So they're in a really good place to spot.
Tempered Fate is available, almost steals away. Good Dark Passage in the Tempered Fate.
Maybe I could be wrong with that, but Forge.
Well, Mole has to pick a side, and he's got the help of PP God. The flash immediately burned. The ultimate stolen from Forge. That means he can use it right on top of him if he wants. On top, and he gets his jungler. The Dark Passage can only save one, and now Leryen locked up. Cube is in as well, but for V5, they're grouped up. The first kill goes on over, and Mole, invulnerable, but taken down by Cube in the end, while the flash away goes in, and Forge re-engages. This is so damn messy, because Sam B's on the back line, taking him apart. It's only iBoy left alive with a triple kill going over to Weiwei, and iBoy re-engaging might not be the play as Zombie Scion to try and find up Wei. What the?
So it was a dead.
Hey, call the Forge Gods available. I'm going to have to interrupt you because Vici have started the Dragon. There's Hung with the hook, but the Rift Tail is going to be used in River. Now the engage starts. The Tempered Fate locks down Leryen and the Dragon. The re-engage comes in. The Arcane Shift into the wall. They look for the seal. They find it. It's Sandu who picks it up, and V5 are now in the pit. Can they escape? Because Bubu at half health. Everyone's separated with Hung with a great re-engage hook on a PP God, but everything's torn. iBoy's trying to carry this fight, and that's exactly what he's doing because over the wall, Sam D has to apologize. I know we do have some bilingual people in our Twitch chat, which has been very helpful in the past. If they could this V5 lineup, there's not going to be a trade here from Vici Gaming, and there's no objectives up, bar the Baron. So with this top turret going down, it being started, V5 channeling through this choke. It's a stolen hero's entrance from Forge. While Vici pull off the objective, Weiwei walks on in, but he's by himself in this pit. Leryen at half health, there's a smite still coming down to it, and it's secured by Leryen. The hero's entrance by Mole used. No, this is his time, but it's only on the cube while Leryen has to flash away from the rest of the team. The hero's entrance, the Shield of Duran! Molly, Molly, Molly! It's V5 all the time! As iBoy wants to bring this one back, he does eventually kill the Galio. He peels back, but Weiwei is in the damn way. It's V5 again with low health bars, but this time they take the blood. Yeah, you talked about the healing. Precarious, but
Forge is here now, so this is going to be definitely a lot more precarious.
And he can still an ulti away. Oh, no, he's close. He's about 5 seconds away. TP on top. This is going to be Mole coming in at full health. The Baron getting low. Is it taken? Yes, it is. Smited away. Now V5 have to get out in the mid while the bottom wave getting set up by Mole. Now Mole does have the hero's entrance if anything happens.
I'm wondering if you were seeing Vici maybe try and contest, but no, this is going to be completely gone.
All right, 2 more to go for V5. One still.
The way Hung has been playing so far, just taking a step back from the fight and providing the peel and also that safety in the lantern.
But we found Forge. He wanted to find PP God. Rest of V5, or Vici rather, coming for support as Mole. Shield of Duran. It's Weiwei going forward. Now has to back away. The unstoppable onslaught into the wall. Q finds no one, but absorbs damage all the same. Call the Forge God from behind from Bubu. They're layered, lined up. A 4-man ulti, and it's Q who goes down first. V5 had the numbers advantage with the stolen Call the Forge God from Forge. Only hits the tank. Vici are throwing and grasping at straws. The death sentence
it's just about to come back up.
As Tempered Fate. Oh, it's got iBoy. The Dark Passage there, the smoke screen. They blind him. They knock him up. They get another good Q from PP God. Mole runs into Forge. The Justice Punch with the shields and the Winds of War. And it's war that V5 are declaring on Vici Gaming.
Vici Gaming are not having fun with Tempered Fates this game and end up catching iBoy just on the edge. Oh, even Bubu actually stopping the back of Leryen here, so they can continue this push in.
The most fed members down. They got two dead. It's 3 versus 5 for 30 seconds. Tempered Fate stolen gets the minion wave to try and slow this game down.
They're going to try and stop it. You got iBoy here, still 20 seconds before he's
also
up.
tanking another double searing charge here. Bubu has just nailed down these last 2 fights. Cube to absorb the pressure again. The unstoppable onslaught into 5 members. Survives for now. Stop was a battle of size between Hung and V5 support. He's 0-0 and 13, and right now he's looking large and injured for now. The death sentence doesn't hit the Ornn. It's going to be the re-engage with Call the Forge. God Forge has his own, but he's stuck against the wall. Winds of War doesn't do too much damage. Sam D is over the wall, hitting his own Qs as we speak. The Death Sentence lands, but it's onto Bubu. They have a re-engage tool. Mole hits 3 once again. The Shield of Duran will only bait the Minutes Forge. Re-engages them, but the Tempered Fate into the backline locks down 3, but iBoy is still alive. 4 versus 5. V5 are losing this fight as from nowhere comes the Shurikens. Vici Gaming sent everyone in. Sam D left alone. He'll take one with his ulti. He's kited back, and he's doing so much damage. Cube running away as well. Gets tagged on the back end of the trade. Bubu survived for long enough, but will eventually go down. Arcane shift across the wall while Sam D and Weiwei try and carry the rest of this fight. I don't know how. 4 items to the QSS. iBoy stays healthy. We'll watch again. It was all played in this show.
But look at where iBoy is right now. Nobody can touch him. It's impossible for them to get around. He's free hitting this entire time. And because he's got that Calibrum, he's able to stay at an arm's length away from everyone and just keep free firing this whole time.
Look at the chakras. Oh my god. But then Sam D survives through all of this.
And Sam D's turnaround here is super impressive. Having the presence of mind when you just see your victory 5, that was incredible. Locks down Leanne, gets the cleanse from iBoy, and gets the win for V5.
A big
love watching, love it. First from home, gets them stunned.
But going through the Mordekaiser, they do have enough AP damage in the jungle, but that's about it. Renekton will be the final lock-in, and there you go. Set mid once again. Even if it's a 30-minute one, Dagda, getting the ball rolling nice and early is ideal and quite natural.
Well, particularly in this bottom lane, because hang on, this trade now will be fine. But
yeah, okay.
Maybe not mid.
Mole does have his jungler nearby. The ultimate showstopper to bring him closer. Loyan doesn't have Ragnarok. Flashes away from Mole as Weiwei wants to continue going forward. The flash on top of Mole. Ragnarok now achieved. Level 6. Great timing for first blood for Vici.
Just about able to get it, but we got the turnaround top side.
Yeah, Bubu going to slice and dice out of there, though. So
well, they're trying to bounce this wave in towards bottom side. They want to keep Sam D safe, but Mole?
He's used a Haymaker in light of Loyan being mid, while now the engage towards the bottom side. PP got still not in 6, but it doesn't matter. That burst was insanity as Mole will just trade his life mid. Meanwhile, Loyan picks another kill, while the first game of Summer, a lot put on the mid laner versus now Sam D and Weiwei. Pick up goal. All stations are moving. Mole going to be caught out, backing away. Dragon goes down. Unless Leon gets something, good dodge away from PP God, and Undertow will connect, but the re-engage might force the Ragnarok, and there it is on top of the support, but he's level 6, just Weiwei and Sam D.
They're not going to be, not going to be able to follow up. I wasn't sure if that was going to connect, but they're still hunting here.
I mean, Weiwei does a lot of damage. All he has to do is land the Spirit. He fails on that one, still pounces on top of this Olaf, who gets a bit of attack speed. The Face Breaker flash. Mole secures a kill for V5 yet again.
And they should be able to get this mid lane turret as well. You've got 4 members here. The attack speed buff off the Nidalee plus this Demolish. Bubu wants a little bit more.
I don't know what's happening here. I don't care about this. Show me mid.
Bubu just wants to be a jungler this game. He's stealing away this goal. This is the point where V5 are super strong, but they need to get into this river now.
Depends on the engage here into the backline of iBoy. It's PP God taking it up. The Soul Flame misses as well. Call the Forge God in a great position, but Bubu's flanked iBoy, send him out of the fight. Weiwei jumps on him. It's top and jungle grouped up together while Mole is taking on Loyan. V5 pushes mid, and that Dragon now up in 50 seconds. That one, V5 should have full
I want to
priority
see Weiwei back now for that Dragon, though, because he's been sitting on this jungle item for a little while. Holy Grails and stuff come out from the Nidalees, and you're like, I'm going to be supportive. That's not Weiwei style. That's not the V5 way. This is about getting vengeance. It's one of our 5 Vs of victory.
As now the victory continues to the mid lane. iBoy, now that's a very much him play.
Yeah, that's going to be a little bit unfortunate for iBoy there. As V5 will dive on top of them and continue their spree here in the mid lane. I just want to go back Lichbane for this mid lane here. That's where that damage is going to come from, and she's going to tear through structures.
With the level 11, you got a bit more movement speed here. As the cat helps Bubu, and V5 all of a sudden after that pick up.
And it's not a huge amount, although iBoy getting that second. Oh, hang on.
PP God's going in. It's only 3 people here now, but Bubu ults and Mole's over the wall ready. Trying to force some commitment, but the flash burnt by Cube is something. While Dredgeline comes on in onto PP God yet again, the depth charge. Sam D, but his fate's called already. Cube gets the double knock-up. Zika gets into the backline, but Sam D kites it out. And in comes Mole right into the thick of it. And Zika still wants Sammy D. It's a trade, but for his life. While V5 turn their heads towards the rest. It's Hung who flashes horribly. sniped out by Weiwei in the end, and V5 have just pretty much won the game. Solar Flare's going to miss out here. It's time to Aphelios this up as Sephiroth needs to be changed, and he ulties. It's onto the Chakram, and yep, I'm not commentating this because Mole is going to die.
Oh my God, are you for real?
This champion is balanced. He has 1.5 items, so.
He did. No, he has a Runins. That's what makes
Okay, great. That's fine. 2 item Aphelios. He's a late game scaler.
And you've only got a little bit of armor on Mole as well. He already has the Death Stance done, and you've got all those bonus resistances coming in now as well, thanks to the double mountain. So,
Bet jungler and Weiwei, who I think is on the edge of MVP in this game number 2. Loyan needs a miracle steal, but V5 are looking for the turn, and PP God's setting up for it as well. Bubu on top of this jungle Olaf as Call the Port got in, but into the backline set, pops the showstopper. Mole rips on in, he's at half health. It's a 3-man knockup though, and now V5 have to be scared until Samdi gets exhausted and gets out of there. PP God to go down as well. Zeke is still alive, but the face breaker from Mole secures it in the end, and Weiwei is large. A triple kill denies the penta that would have come through. Weiwei gets his double instead.
And you see the 2 men on your screen, Sam D and Weiwei, well deserved in this game for them to be the ones that finish it out. 8-0-6 for the Nidalee, 6-1-7 for the Kalista. V5 look unstoppable.
But they won't end here, but you're right. Unstoppable is the key word. As Baron was the decision rather than running it through mid. Mole will still get the turret with the help of the minion wave, but shouldn't be able to get this inhibitor.
Won't be able to get the inhibitor, but still a fantastic shove there from V5. They're picking it up across the board, and this is the snowball that you need to see. If you've got 2 massive lane makers like this in your bottom lane, it's hard not to give them a little bit of credit.
As we're going to see that engage come through. Mole's actually in the middle. This might be a catch as Fate's Call's used in the choke. Mole showstopper to get out, but he's already dead. Hung's taking the damage while Bubu is in for the flank, but Sam D's traded onto Hung. The Solar Flare from PP God, brilliant. iBoy carries though, sends out the Infernum with the Moonlight Vigil, but even that's not enough. We get denied the most OP champion in the game, thankfully. V5 with Baron should be able to end this one finally.
You can see they're going to go and collect that wave. They're going to start shoving in as this inhibitor goes down. V5, this was magnificent. It
was a shellacking on top of Vici Gaming. Vici might be returning to old ways being at the bottom of the table, but V5 are not. Sitting up high and mighty, 4-1. They sit second clearly, as Sam D wants more kills to add to the stats. Weiwei gets low, but Zika tried this game. This wasn't his fault. V5 were just too damn dominant to 2-0 Vici Gaming and move up in the standings.
Incredible performance from V5. Weiwei was huge. He was off to a 20 CS lead in the early game. So when you get to these later stage fights where you have to fight for soul point at the 22-minute mark, well, your Kalista's bloody huge. You've got this massive Lichbane Nidalee that's coming off the field, and you're just like, well, how the hell do we even try and fight this? Ornn is still waiting to get to somewhere he can be useful.
Never came together, right? And yeah. I think there's a big point of topic on Vici, who are now 1-3, sitting towards the bottom of the standings. I have to say, Vici Gaming look, you know, worse than they did in spring. And this is really rough. A team that finished 9th. They were 1 series away from making playoffs. They were 7-9. It was like, okay, Forge is adding pieces. You know, iBoy's there as well, and Hung has been the stable support. Vici look lost. And I'm not sure what fixes this team, because Loyan wasn't the difference they needed. It really didn't change what the look was with Ikes.
Yeah, and I mean, Leon didn't change this, Zika didn't change this, and when we look at this roster as well that we were talking about and touting about as the summer child, who was going to come in, they're going to look great, give them till summer, then we can judge. Well, I mean, all eyes are on them, and they've been burning away. There's just nothing here on this team that really gets me excited.
I will say, though, Zika is some form of an answer. I think with the way Forge played in Game 1, Zika was comfortably consistent in that game. The rest of Vici just fell apart, and V5 was so clean with this win. iBoy, again, I think still didn't have the worst series, but it didn't come together for Vici. The comms weren't there. For V5, they were. We can keep praising them all day, because Sam D and Weiwei in this series were core members that took over. Mole got caught out a couple of times, but still, for V5, it didn't matter. They were so far ahead. That game was done at 15 minutes.
And it's hard for Vici to have any sort of answer here in this game because you look top lane, losing matchup, jungle, losing matchup, bot lane, losing matchup, and you're just like, okay, well, I guess we just got to get our heads beaten in for the first 15 to 20 minutes, and that's exactly what happened. You can't do very much in that respect, and then you're already gifting all this early game to mid-game pressure over to the side of E5. We're happy to just run away with it.
I mean, his jungle difference as well, I think, just comes down to it. And comps aside, it just felt like, you know, way over Loyen in that second game was easy to say. Loyen coming in for his very first series of summer on this new team, the IG jungler that did perform decently on Invictus Gaming in the regular season last split. Didn't get the same feeling here, but it is one series, so it is more about the development for Vici Gaming and where they go from here.
Yeah, I mean, something needs to be done at this stage.
Yep.
I haven't been convinced by them in spring. I wasn't convinced by them here in summer.
They did well against BLG in the first week, but again,
honestly, I don't think they did well against BLG. This was BLG.
BLG did well against them.
Yeah, exactly. BLG ran into them. It was game number 1 against BLG. They had one dragon fight where BLG just ran directly into them. Didn't have any items, and then you get a 5,000 gold lead nice and early, and you have to be pretty inept to throw that away at that stage of the game. And then in game number 2, you just had them play KazaLoLL, and they went, cool, BLG, you go do something. See if you can come against us. And they never actually enacted any sort of game plan, and then they just super scaled. So it doesn't feel like that, for me, Vici played around their early game. It doesn't feel like they really set up anything. It was gifted one, late scaled in the second, and I haven't seen anything again out of them in this series.
Poor Comer, he feels like he's in ELO hell at the moment, I'm sure. While on the side of V5, just another reminder, 4-1. Second, if RNG after this win against E-Stars, they'll be tied.
Yep.
But in terms of game difference, like V5 have at least picked up a game in their loss, and otherwise it's been 2-0 and 2-1. So it's looking pretty good. RNG's coming up on Thursday, non-English broadcast day, which is kind of sad. FPX the Monday afterwards, and then E-Stars on that same Sunday. So the next 3 matches for V5 tell us if they're a top 8 team or if they're just outside the bubble.
I'm a little bit worried that the clock's about to strike midnight.
No.
I'm a little bit worried, but I'm holding hope. I'm crossing my fingers, my toes, and anything else I can cross for these guys because I want to see them do well.
We'll see. For V5, we're going to have a look at Weiwei, though, because he deserves a bit of a highlight after that series, after that game, too. The Nidalee got off the ground so early, and it was attacking bottom lane, then around these neutral objectives, with V5 just shut down Vici game.
Yeah, and you can see Weiwei is working wonders here, but